My man Bernie Burns, my man Bernie Burns.
Bears Nation, what's going on? It's G Walker. How y'all doing? Shout out to the 24 people in here. Look, I won't be on camera today. It's kind of early. I got word that Ben Johnson was going to be doing a press conference like right now. So if you're up right now, shout out to you. Look, CNG Podcast is on the ground right now, man. Look, it's football season. Look, it's football season and we back, baby. So expect these type of things to be happening all the time. Real time, instant reactions, footage, conversations. So good morning to you, Bears Nation. This is for us, man. I'm up. You know, if you're at work or if you're early in the morning, you're at home and you just up, look, we on X right now. We waiting on somebody to talk on the podium. So one love, Bear Nation.
Okay, all right. All right, just hop into it. There's a few names that Ryan and I didn't talk about a couple days ago that weren't out there or will not be out there today. So first one is Luther. We were very hopeful that he'd be ready to go day one, but the soft tissue that he was dealing with there in the springtime lingered a little bit longer than we wanted. So really it's day to day with him. Hopefully we'll get him out there fairly soon though. Next guy is Shamar Turner. He had an ankle yesterday, so still seeing the severity of that one and how long that'll be for his timeline. And then the last one is Zay Frazier. He's been excused for some personal reasons. So with that being said, had a great practice yesterday. Good start. Guys were excited. Effort was there. Intensity was there. It was fun to watch them fly around. I know some people enjoyed me throwing the first team out of practice. Not the case. We're on a time crunch, as you guys all know. We got 90 minutes there that first day. We're up to 105 here today, so just need to keep things moving on along there, or else other guys weren't going to be able to get their reps. So, but point is, though, we got to be on our P's and our Q's, and every minute, every rep is really valuable as well. So, with that, I'll go ahead and open it up.
Not like the way that was perceived out there.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Like it is what it is. You know, our guys, we got to end up executing, getting in and out of the huddle a certain way, and it wasn't that way, and so we'll be better today.
And what it was, just getting in and out.
Yeah,
Is that on Caleb, or is that everybody?
It's everybody. It's everybody. We're learning. We're growing. You know, there's some things from the springtime expected to carry over that was probably one we just don't have any tolerance for anymore. We got too far to go.
Do you find that they're very receptive in those moments too?
Yeah. Everyone, they know it's not good enough, so it's just keep the train moving.
With Luther, if we're not here every day during the off-season program, how much work did he get in May and June, and how much catching up is going to be involved?
Everything that our training staff is telling us we can do physically with them, we're utilizing. I know Coach Randall-Lell's been all over them in meetings, keeping them involved. He's being quizzed
in the morning, man, but hey,
nonstop. Our quarterbacks are taking them to the side, whether it's walkthroughs on their own. So he's utilizing that time as much as he can, but there's really no substitute for full speed reps. And so the sooner we get him out there, the quicker he can carve a role for himself.
Do you think it's a matter of days, weeks?
Yeah, I'm hopeful it's just a few days. You know, we're saying day to day right now. Sometimes those soft tissues, you can't predict. Everyone's a little bit different. Some guys take longer than others. So, like I said, just was hopeful, and we'll keep on trucking on along.
And what have you learned about your running backs?
Shoot, we'll find out more once we get the pads on, but extremely coachable. Improvements on the tracks every single day. Just we're very detailed with where we want them to go. They're all about it. Coach Bieniemy's doing a phenomenal job. He's very demanding. He's one of the more demanding coaches I've been around. I think they're receptive to that type of coaching. I think Swift has done a great job. Come back from the summer. He's in great shape. He had some plays yesterday that weren't ideal. We might have had a guy unblocked in the hole, and yet he's able to extend it and make something happen beyond. So highly motivated group. I know the perception out there is that maybe it's not the most talented room in the world. They like to hear that noise. So we're gonna be just fine.
Coach, we know it's not a linear process improving, but with where the team was when they left for the summer to where you saw them at yesterday, first day of training camp, was it a step back? Was it they're right where they should be?
No, I told them after the practice that I was pretty pleased. We challenged the staff the night before that we really got to pick up where we left off, and for the most part, we saw that. Defensively, we were stopping the ball on most of the plays. Offensively, we were finishing down the field and blocking for our buddies, getting connected. And I thought our pre-snap procedure, for the most part, was solid. It's not where it needs to be. It's going to continue to get better. But no, I was pleased with the first day.
And with Jalen on NFI, is he in the building rehabbing, or is he?
He is here rehabbing. That's correct.
Ben, you told us when you got here that you were going to run the Bears offense, not the Detroit Lions offense from last year or the year before. But in terms of like run pass split, are there principles you believe in that you want to be around a certain number?
No, there are not. Every game is its own entity. And that's what I learned. I mean, I saw it for a number of years when I was in Miami. The New England Patriots were really the top of the league for so long. And each week you just didn't know. Offense and defense, they just continued to morph, and they had their opponents guessing. You didn't know what Belichick was going to pull out front-wise or coverage-wise on defense. You didn't know what McDaniels was going to do on all. He might throw it 50 times. He might run it 50 times. And standing from afar, seeing how dominant that was, I think that's a really good tactic to have. That's something that I would like to do here as well. You know, the elements play a role. Our talent plays a role. Who we're going against plays a role. It all plays a piece into the puzzle, and that's what's fun about each game week.
And from what you expressed on Tuesday, it sounded like the running game, the vision and the design of that is going to be fluid here. What's the process for you of figuring out what you want to be in at the game?
Yeah, we will talk about it as a staff, and that's where we got to lean on. We got a great veteran O-line coach in Dan Rochar that he's been around. He knows what good football looks like. He'll be able to hone in on what he feels like our unit up front can handle. The volume is a big deal. How much is too much? And so that's that fine line. We got to make sure we're attacking the defense and keeping them guessing, but at the same time, we got to do things that we're good at. So over the course of camp, over the next few weeks, it's really going to come together for us.
Are you looking at some of that Patriots tape? You brought up Bill Belichick and how dominant they were with that 12 personnel and trying to implement some of that here?
Yeah. I think you go back to what they were able to do this day and age. Each week, you don't know if you're going to get base defense or nickel defense to 12 personnel, and that's kind of fun of the game too. Calling the game is what is the defense going to be in, and how can you go after them and attack them. I think 12 gives you a lot of options, particularly when you have athletic tight ends that can still block. You can line up in 11 personnel sets and spread them out, or you can get condensed on down and play big boy ball. And so that's why I think it's a challenge this day and age if you got the guys to defend.
And with DeAndre Swift, you coached him before. What seems different to you about whether you have now versus 3 years ago?
He has always been quiet. He's always been highly motivated on the inside. So there's a lot of things about him that are the same as what they've been. He's not happy with how last year went for him. Production-wise, team-wise, everything-wise. He's really motivated. He's really excited to help lead and spur this team forward. So I don't think I see a whole lot of differences from where he's been, but I see a very hungry individual.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
We've already got.
Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Ben Johnson wanted to just get up there for a few minutes and talk about the injuries for players. I'll leave this live up for a few more minutes, but I actually just wanted to get up here while I was up and just put up the stream, man, for his press conference, just in case anybody was up. So shout out to anybody that stayed up to do this, that's up right now, that watched with us. This might be the only person that's going to be talking today. So I figured it wouldn't be a long press conference, because practice should be about to start in a few. I don't even understand why they even did a press conference this early. Like, what was the point of this? I mean, I guess he wanted to talk about Luther Burden and his injury situation, but like I was telling CJ and Allen, like, the organization has to save the player from himself. You know what I mean? Just because a player says he's healthy and a player says he's ready to go doesn't mean he's healthy. So the organization has to do a better job, and the coaching staff have to do a better job of protecting the player from himself. Luther Burden looked like he's going to be a stud, but what is he if he's not healthy? We're not going to see what he did in Missouri. You know what I'm saying? If he's not going to be there, I don't even know if I was unmuted, but Ben Johnson got up here and talked about Luther Burden's injury and everything like that. And the organization has to make sure that the player is healthy. If the player is not healthy, you know what I mean, CJ, he shouldn't be on the field, correct, CJ? Like, a player shouldn't be on the field if they're not ready to compete. You know what I mean, see? So, Luther Burden, man, if he's not 100% healthy right now, he shouldn't be out there practicing. And, real competitive people, they always want to be out there no matter what. I'm not going to be on camera right now, but, you know, Luther Burden, the organization had to save himself from himself. You know what I'm saying? At some point, like, we all want to see Luther Burden out there healthy and playing, but he's not healthy right now. So just save him, man. Don't stress out this hamstring more than it should be. So that's really all I can say. Shout out to everybody that came. It's 102 people in live right now. We're not on camera right now. It's kind of early in the morning. So I just wanted to get up here and get with Bears Nation and pull up the press conference while I was up. You know, we on the grind right now, CNG podcast. So, you know, Bears football is back, and we're going to get up here and go live as much as we possibly can this season, and be a part of it as much as we can. Get the cameras rolling, go live as much as we can, just so we can all enjoy press conferences or post-game interviews, pre-game interviews, and stuff like that. So I figured this wouldn't be a long press conference from Ben Johnson. And that's exactly what it was. I don't really understand why he even came up there. I don't even think I understand why necessarily. I guess they wanted to answer the questions about Luther Burden. CJ, you got your mic on, bro? Because I'm about to end this. So, yeah. Luther Burden, get healthy, man. Zay Frazier, get healthy. We need you guys to be healthy, man. Jalen Johnson, get healthy. You know what I'm saying? Guys, get healthy, man. 107 people in here right now. We're about to end it. CJ, can you hear me? Testing. CJ, can you hear me? CJ cannot hear me. Yeah, Alan just said this early, man. Alan, you missed the interview. I'm looking up at Alan. He just hit me up in our group chat. Yeah, it was a quick one, Alan. It was about 10 minutes. Ben Johnson came up there and talked about the injuries from guys. And that's it, man. I think Ben Johnson has to realize that he can't make players go to a 0 to 100 all the time. You know, as a coaching staff, they have to probably scale it back depending on what players are ready to practice and play that way. Just because you want to go all balls to the wall doesn't necessarily mean that everybody is prepared for that. Like Luther Burden or Ozzie Trapillo, like everybody's conditioning, everybody's body type is different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's body type, everybody's physical makeup is different. So as a young coach, a young head coach in Ben Johnson, he has to learn what his players are, who's ready to actually to play fast and furious and, you know what I'm saying, going crazy. Like they setting the tone early at camp, whether it's on defense, whether it's offense, that we're just gonna go crazy. We're just gonna go balls to the wall. Like, nah, man, you gotta be careful with that because you can actually have more injuries. You know what I'm saying? More players getting hurt. So they have to be very mindful of what they're really doing as far as practicing these guys. You know what I'm saying? So Ben Johnson, as a rookie head coach, you got to understand that everything is about balance, man. Everything isn't about just going 115,000 miles an hour. These are human beings who have bodies. The flesh is weak. You know what I'm saying? You can train the body as much as you possibly can, as much as you want to, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be Michael Jordan where they're playing 82 games a season to be some freak of nature where they only miss so many games in their career. You know what I mean? That's not reality. That's not what happens in sports. A lot of time injuries derail teams. Everybody knows that in here. Shout out to the 112 people. So injuries are a part of the game. And you have to preserve your players, you know. So Ben Johnson has to learn how to preserve his players right away. You know what I'm saying? Because he's talking about ramping up. And guys are not probably ready for that. Guys who are not used to that are not going to be ready for that. Guys who are used to that, they're going to be ready to play. And Braxton Jones, he told me we're going to ramp him up in a couple more times. Like, bro, the man just came off an ankle injury, man. He's a 300-pound something plus man, about 6 feet tall, over 6 feet tall. You're going to ramp him up, and he's probably your best player at left tackle. You want to make sure that guy has enough time to heal. You know what I'm saying? Ramp up, practice, take his time. You know what I mean? So he can protect Caleb Williams' blind side the best that he possibly can. Because we have guys that's never played the left tackle position on this team right now. As far as Ozzie Trapillo, he's played it, but he's played a lot of right tackle. He's played a lot of different positions on the offensive line. Then you got Karan, who didn't even have a chance to all of us see what he could do because he got hurt, and he didn't have a good coach in Chris Morgan. So you know, if I could say anything to Ben Johnson, just kind of, we love the energy, bro. We love that you are attacking type of person. At the same time, Ben Johnson, you got to give these guys some breaks. give them some time to heal their bodies, man, and take it long. Man, it's a long season, a lot of games, a lot of practices. We got joint practices coming up. We can't kill these players in the first couple of practices, Ben Johnson. We can't kill our guys, man. Can't kill them. So I hope Luther Burden is being honest about his injury. I hope the coaching staff is looking into his injury. You know, I hope they're making them be honest about it, because one thing for sure, the player has to be honest about their injury, and the coaching staff have to be honest about his injury. Everybody got to get on one accord, because him not being out there, being 100% doesn't do anybody no good. It doesn't do the player any good. It doesn't do the franchise any good. It doesn't do Caleb Williams any good, getting chemistry and building with him. It doesn't do anybody any good if one of these players are not 100%. All this hype and all this rah, injuries don't care about that. Soft tissue injuries don't care about that. It doesn't care. So it's a lot of responsibility to make sure these guys aren't getting hurt in practice early. You know what I mean? CJ, can you hear me, C? CJ, can you hear me? Still no CJ. His phone is messed up. But yeah, Ben Johnson, man, just scale it back a little bit, man. Just take the time with these guys, man. We need them all season. So Zay Frazier, man, hopefully he gets back on the field soon. So the cornerback camp is looking thin, man. You bring a guy in that's 6'9", he's hurt. You got Jalen Johnson who hurt himself training. Then you got Luther Burden hurt himself training. Not saying that this doesn't happen all the time with guys. Guys always get hurt. But guys are paying attention to what their coach is saying. You know what I mean? Like, they're paying attention to what he's saying about, we're ready to go. We're ready to go. So Ben Johnson, just understand that players are listening to you, man. They're buying into your system, and they're going to put their bodies to the test, to the max, but they've probably never done before. So Ben Johnson, just understand that players believe in what you're selling them, man, but they're not invincible. Their bodies are not made to be destroyed. You know what I mean? So these guys can train all they want to. They can drink everything they want to. They can put the right stuff in their bodies, but during practice, man, you got to slow it down just a little bit. You know, you just got to slow it down, Ben Johnson. That's really all I'm really saying. That's all I got. So it's 120 some people in here right now. 122 people in here right now. So that's all I got, Bears Nation, man. Shout out to the 122 people. Shout out to NFL Outdated who retweeted this. I appreciate you, big dog. It's early morning, so that's just my biggest thing with Ben Johnson, man. Just scale the energy back at practice, man. We don't need these guys getting hurt before the real stuff begins, man. It's a long season. So, yeah, it's a long season, man. I'm going to try if I can see if I can get Allen in here. Just we're already in here. If Allen want to pull up and talk, we can get Allen in here. But let me just see what he want to do, man. Then I'm out of here, people. I am going to be out of here. See what Allen want to do. Yep. So if anybody missed this, man, 125 people in here. If anybody missed it, Ben Johnson got up on the podium and just talked about injuries and everything like that. Zay Frazier, Luther Burden, he thought he was going to be ready, but he wasn't ready. And that's up to the coaching staff to make sure these guys are not ready or ready. So Ben Johnson not only has to be a good coach as far as play calling and scheming and making sure guys are not being lined up correctly and taking them off the field. Ben Johnson has to make sure guys are healthy to be on his team. You can't burn out your players, bro. You can't be one of those coaches that, you know, you just destroy players, man, and then you don't have players ready for the regular season, and you're looking around why, it's because you're probably working too hard. You know, I believe in working players hard and making sure players are ready to play, but at the same time, I believe in protecting players, and saving players from themselves. So Ben Johnson just has to do a better job with that. His coaching staff, Dennis Allen, you know, the message you put out there as a head coach, people are going to buy in, you know what I'm saying, at the beginning. Now, if players are feeling like they're getting coached too hard and it's breaking their bodies down too fast, players will speak about that. So Ben Johnson is a slippery slope with all the rah-rah and we're going to go balls to the wall. You got to be careful, man, because players, their careers is all they have. Their bodies are all they have. So you have to be careful when you're trying to push guys, because at the end of the day, these guys are in the business and they make money from their body. And if their body can't perform at the highest level, then guess what? They're out the back. They're out the back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even in the NFL. They're getting traded. They're getting cut. So it's a slippery slope, man. And young players who are coming into the NFL, being on this Bears team right now with Ben Johnson and his energy, they're going to have to really train their bodies up. They're going to have to really prepare their bodies because they're going, man. And Dennis Allen said something yesterday on his press conference, like, you got to pay the toll. And a lot of times it's your body, it's your energy, it's your passion. It's a lot of things that come with paying the toll. It's a sacrifice. Your blood, sweat, and your tears. You know what I mean? So, you know, they're putting out a strong message that you got to pay the toll. And if the toll is you hurting my body and I'm a player, and I can't perform at my highest level because you're pushing me too much, that is an issue for me as a player, especially if I never trained that way. So you got to be careful with that type of stuff, man. You don't want to burn out guys before you get to see them beginning their prime, you know? So I like the message from Ben. I like the message from Dennis Allen. I like the message from Eric Bieniemy. You know what I mean? They want to go hard, but the message can't be completed if you got players that are not healthy, ready to play. It's just not going to work. It's not going to work. Long term, that doesn't work. I don't care what the player is. You keep beating guys' bodies down like that, you're not going to have a team. And not saying that Luther Burden's injury is because of that, and I'm sure it's not, because this is his first practice. But guys bought into the message like, we got to be ready to practice. They bought in, man, and they're gonna put their bodies to the test. So Ben Johnson, he really got to be careful what he's saying out here and what he's practicing and his philosophy, because guys are going to try their best and give up their bodies, man, to be a part of this team and compete. And, you know, got to be careful with that. Got to be careful. 130 people here. I'm about to end this. No comments. So nobody on the comment. Shout out to Jacob for retweeting. But other than that, man, I'm about to get up out of here. If anything pops up, anything new happens, everybody, I might go live. Me and CJ might go live. Well, you'll see me as Donut Milkman right now. I'm not on camera. So Donut Milkman is representing for me right now. And I think that's it, y'all. Give us a couple more minutes just in case anybody got something to say. And I'm gone. Go enjoy the rest of my day. Be with my wife. We got stuff to do. I got to go to Floor & Decor. I got to go to Home Depot. I got to go to, where else we got to go to? We got a lot of shit to do today. Got a lot of stuff to do. So, got to spend some money, if you know what I mean. I got to spend some money. So, and it's hot in Chicago today, man. It's super hot out here. I'll open up my door, everybody, and it was blazing outside. Like, it's already like 90-some degrees in Chicago right now, man. So, the dog days of summer are not only happening for the Chicago Bears, but the dog days of Chicago summer is happening for people like me, because we got to get out here in this heat. Woo! It's hot out there today. It's hot, man. Got about 30 more seconds, and I'm going to end this. 136 people in live right now. Donut Milkman merch will be available all season. Him right here. That's my guy. He's going to be on T-shirts. Donut Milkman is going to be on hats. He's going to be on everything. Mugs, gloves. Donut Milkman is coming to my shop. His legacy, my Tribe Legacy shop. And you'll get the Donut Milkman merch from there. Or you can just hit me up in my DM if you want a Donut Milkman hat, you want a Donut Milkman T-shirt, sweater, pullover. You know what I mean? I will be posting pics soon. I got to go to my people that produce my gear today, sometime tomorrow or today, and I can start getting props and stuff. And you guys can see the Donut Milkman gear. And we'll have them for the season. So if you guys are interested in stuff like that, I'll be posting pictures about Donut Milkman, hats, t-shirts, or whatever, after I go meet up with my my merchandise people that put print to gear. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I'm G Walker, the CNG Podcast. This is Donut Milkman. Johnson, don't kill all your players. Luke the Burden III, be honest about your injury, man. We need you on the field, bro. Just be honest. Keep your hamstring the tricky, man. So don't come on the field, practice field till you're 100%. Ben Johnson, make sure he doesn't come on the field till he's 100%. The medical staff make sure he doesn't come on the field till he's 100%. You know what I mean? So I'm out of here, man. Shout out to everybody that stayed in here, man. Donut Milkman, D Walker, Chicago Bears, Ben Johnson. We out of here. One love, y'all. Peace.